Alright guys, so we're still in our unit about natural resources, and today we're talking about forestry. So natural resources, they come from nature. That's why we call them natural resources. They can come from plants, animals, soil, minerals, or be energy sources such as sunlight or fossil fuels, air, and water. They're used to meet the need of all living things, including us. Some, such as sunlight, can be used without risking the environment. Others, like fossil fuels, they can have a environmental cost. There's a really beautiful picture at Yellowstone. Um, Today, sustainability is essential to the use of natural resources. So, sustainability is the endurance of systems and processes. So, that's the ability for it to keep going, to sustain. Okay. Um, the ongoing use of fossil fuels is not sustainable. It's not something that can last forever. They not only cause carbon dioxide emissions, but they are also acquired at a high environmental cost. Sustainable practices favor the following: so the use of renewable resources. So those are things that we can recycle and renew, like sunlight, wind, wood. Non-renewable are like you use it once and it's done, like coal, oil. Um, Efficiency in the generation of power. Efficient processes limit waste in the production of waste products. More efficient facilities can generate more power with fewer initial resources. So, like forestry. Forestry is the science, art, and practice of understanding, managing, and using wisely the natural resources associated with and derived from forest lands. So, what all that means is basically dealing with lumber and forests. The global area of forests of all kinds was about 8.4 billion acres in 1990, of which 4.3 billion were tropical forests. The area is approximately a third smaller than it was before extensive deforestation in the 20th century. Deforestation is just the removal of forests. It's most closely linked to clearing the land, mostly for cattle. Brazil has been doing this significantly. So, and it talks a little bit about it. Brazil, they're trying to reduce some of the deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. However, it's still occurring, and most of this is to clear land for cattle because Brazil is one of the largest importers of beef, actually, into the U.S. So, the resources associated with forestry are timber, which is the wood, water, fish, wildlife, soil, plants, and recreation, like your parks, recreation. So, some forest land resources, wood is going to be the most valuable. So, wood is a renewable ag product. It's preferred green building material, offering many benefits. It's usually low cost. Timber industry provides raw materials for paper and packaging, hardwoods, softwoods, um, building materials, and wood for energy. Um, Hardwoods and softwoods are there's different types of trees. You know, your hardwoods are going to be like oak trees, elm trees. Softwoods are typically your fruit trees. Um, and the wood pellet industry is really growing with all of these new grills and pellet smokers. So that's another thing that wood can be used for. In many cases, water resources are in forested regions, particularly when the water source originates in the mountains, but water is treated as a separate resource. Fish and wildlife remain essential for people. State conservation departments play a key role in stocking lakes and river with fish and monitoring it through the use of game wardens and other essential jobs. Although we rarely harvest plants from the forest, plants play all kinds of essential roles. For example, oxygenating the atmosphere. Soil conservation is critical, and proper management is critical, just as it is for agriculture land. So, parks and public lands are part of the forest industry, like your national park or even a state park. They provide protection for nature and other opportunities for people to enjoy and spend time outdoors. In many cases, they play a good role in wildlife conservation, providing safe spaces for animals, and they're typically protected from development, so they can't deforest it. But forestry is important. There's a lot of value that can come from it. It is an applied science. Different fields of forestry require a range of different skill sets and education. It's going to depend on what you want to do within the forest industry. You could be a mechanic on a logging truck, to the manager of the forestry, to a game warden. So really, there's a lot of variety there. Um, but it's a great, solid career choice.